position, we are using food lures along with using the collar and leash pressure for these guys. Our food that we use for our treats is from Momentum Carnivore, based out of Manitowoc. They're actually a sponsor for the Positism puppies. So we are going to show you how to do the sit using a lure treat. So for example, I will do it with Finn and then she will do it with Isa. Finn, Finn. Sit. Yes. So when I bring the treat up, he's following the treat and going into a sit position. Come here. The same thing applies for Isa. She brings the treat up and her butt goes into the sit position. Good. Sit. Yes. Now, when their butt does hit the floor, you can actually either do a click or you can do a yes. So for example, I will do the click and she will do the yes. So I'm going to use the food, sit, yeah. So I clicked when his butt went onto the floor and she did the yes as soon as her butt went down to the floor. When you are initially starting to do training with your dog, we recommend using food lures or even toys in order to encourage them to do well. So what you normally would do with the sit position is a hand up sign. For these guys, hand up means sit, hand down means down. We do a watch me and then a stay. So we use different types of hand signals. One of the reasons we use hand signals is because these guys may end up being with a child that's nonverbal, and if the child can't say sit, they need to be able to do the hand signal and they need to be able to respond with the hand signal. Hand signals are amazing because it means the dog is paying more attention to what you're doing than what you're saying, and being that dogs watch behavior, that just makes sense for them. Okay, so we're going to do it here and show you by luring the food along with doing the hand signal. I'm going to use a clicker to show how to mark the behavior when he does well, and Katie's going to do a yes in place of the clicker to be able to mark and let her know that she did a good job as well. Ready? Come here. Sit. Good. So when you're doing it, you're also wanting to make sure that you have the collar pressure at the same time. So if you are wanting to have them go into the sit position by using collar pressure without actually using the cue, it would look like this. Sit. Yes. So all I did was I just did slight pull up on my leash. I did not use a treat. So when you use collar pressure, you always want to make sure that you're using your hand signal as well. We've done this for sit and we've done this for down so that they go into that position regularly. The goal that you want to get to is you want to be able to do this without treats. People ask me, how do I get my dog to do things without treats? What I tell them is work on collar and leash pressure. You can work on collar and leash pressure, then it is a way for you to communicate to them without actually having to force them to do it, okay? So when you're doing sit, 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 good, and down, good. It becomes to where that's your communication style versus always having to have a treat with you. If the dog knows that it's always going to get a treat after every single thing that you do, it's going to wait and anticipate that treat versus just listen to your basic verbal cues and commands. So collar pressure and leash pressure is very, very important to practice, and it's something that we talk about at Rough Academy. But when you work with them, you want to find that spot that basically sit, yes, and then down, yes. As you see, I really didn't pull or push a whole lot, just a little bit of pressure, but we've seen people who are really pulling up on their dog and the dog does not care for that pressure. So it should be light pressure that you're working with them. Come here. Sit, sit, sit. Good. Down. Good. So this is something, again, that we were working on with these guys ever since they were 8 weeks old. So they're very comfortable with the pressure, they understand the pressure, and they do it very well. Isa can do the same thing. She's pretty good at it as well, and we continue to practice this as we continue to go. Hi everybody, my name is Rebecca Hintzman, and I am the CEO and founder of Rough Academy Real Life Dog Training. I invite all of you guys to subscribe and make sure that you follow our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is amazing. It is definitely worth subscribing to. Why? Because you will learn about training. We're gonna have videos of obedience commands. We're gonna have videos to troubleshoot behavioral problems. We have videos to show you how to work with rehabilitation with rescue dogs. We have videos to teach you and show you how to work with a service dog. And best of all, we're gonna have videos showing you us having fun with our dogs. Because ultimately, what do? We have fun with our dogs out in public. And where is it most important to be able to train? Out in public. Unless you plan on just hanging out in your house and never going anywhere, you're gonna need help with training. For those that are in classes, make sure that you subscribe because we're gonna have new videos showing what we do in class to help you guys keep that refresher at home and at the same time remind you what we did in class. So make sure that you hit the subscribe, you share with your friends so that they can subscribe, and then we all can be part of this awesome Ruff Academy family so that we can all live a Ruff life and have an amazing time at it. So subscribe, share, and enjoy.